Dennis Dodd was on site for Nebraska, Oklahoma, and he had a report from Lincoln that indicated that Urban Meyer, Nebraska job, Urban Meyer, Nebraska job, Urban Meyer coaching search. He was contacted as the Cornhuskers continue to determine candidates. Now, Nebraska Athletic Director Trev Alberts obviously was a very popular figure throughout the press box and throughout the stadium as reporters are trying to get a sense of what he's looking for. And Alberts said, you're going to hear a lot of names. That's good. That means we're going to talk to a lot of people because we're going to clearly define what our values are, and we're not going to hire coaches who don't believe in what we believe in. What Dennis Dodd is reporting is that it is uncertain whether Urban Meyer was, the conversation was, do you want this job? Or whether the conversation was, hey, Urban Meyer, 3-time national championship winning coach, who do you think would be good in this job? Of which I think it is fair to say that Urban Meyer could be a resource that Trev Alberts would reach out to. So all the spotlight, they were chanting, we want Urban behind the Fox set as Urban Meyer was sitting there. I think we saw signs in the stadium as Nebraska was getting rolled by Oklahoma. What's our late? We're not going to do Knowles to go every single week. We might do like a Nebraska. We need to figure out some sort of like corn related bit that we can do every single Monday. What do we make of some of the reporting and sort of the game day atmosphere that we saw from Lincoln over the weekend?
I kind of said my Nebraska piece on the Saturday night recap show. I don't have much on Nebraska like today, but do we need to talk Urban Meyer? Did Dennis's report say somebody from the AD contacted Urban Meyer, or did it just say he was contacted? Because it could also just be like a rogue booster. I haven't actually read the report. I read the tweet, which is poor.
Oh, by me. What? Come on, bud.
I know. Twitter's like, do you want to read this before you retweet it? I'm like, no, not really.
No. This is
because Urban Meyer's not going to Nebraska, so I don't really care. I just, I want to make sure I share it and support the other CBS folks.
Urban Meyer was contacted by Nebraska. We don't know whether it was the athletic director, but he's been contacted by Nebraska. But what was not clear is whether Meyer specifically was asked about his interest in the job, or whether they're just talking to him about the job and about the coaching search.
Oh, it's clear to me that if he was contacted by Nebraska, he was definitely asked about his interest in the job. Now, it might have gone like, hey, Urban, you don't want this job, right? Hell no. All right. Who do you think might be good for this job?
DK, you read it the same way?
You don't not ask him about his interest if you contact him, right? Like, you first asked, are you sure you don't want this?
Yes. And like we all thought he wouldn't want this job. Like, that's pretty clear cut. To me, it does feel a lot like Tennessee, when Tennessee has been cycling through coaches and wanting to get somebody that they feel like they can go get their guy. Sorry, Jordan. And then you've seen all these, names, and just one by one, they're like, oh, we can't get him. Like, and then it just keeps going down. I'll be really curious to see what the final option is. Now, I do think there's some great ones, and they're not that far away. Like the Matt Campbell, Lance Leipold, I think those are great options for them. And maybe Leipold's start to the season, all of a sudden, maybe that makes Nebraska fans aware of, okay, maybe it's not the sexiest name, but this might be the right guy for our job. That, to me, is what might actually happen.
Like actually getting a smart football coach into the Bud Elliott plan of, get your NIL operation up and running, and then just get someone who's going to be able to X's and O's player development scheme this thing up. That would be one way for success. And we'll have plenty of time to keep our eye on that one as well.